Welcome back to the NGTV. Ha 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 ha. Welcome back to Content Complete podcast. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna restart. Welcome back to the Content Complete podcast featuring myself, Spencer, and my friend Matt with the Outlaw Gaming TV. And against all odds, Fistcake coming in after fighting through the waves of technical difficulties along with us. How's it going, man?
We
Pretty good.
We blue screened. My computer blue screened 5
Yeah,
minutes
you
before
blue
we were
screened.
supposed to go live.
Yeah, my voice meter was fucking with everything.
Yeah.
Against all possibilities, against all gods trying to stop this podcast, we will not stop. We will continue until we are fucking dead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's
the truth.
That's what I like.
But
to hear.
I'm doing pretty good. Matt threw me a curveball of a question before the show started, so I'm
And get
Still
your
trying.
head in the right space. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I guess. Favorite Queen song is off the top of my head. Goddamn, I can't think of the name of it now.
Fat Bottom Girls? Let's go.
That's pretty good. I'll just say Somebody to Love. That's a pretty good one. I can't go wrong with Somebody to Love. So I'm sure there's like there'll be one I'll find out like after the show. I'm like, oh god damn it, I meant that one.
Yeah, I mean that's a good pick. That's a good pick. All right,
Solid
Fistcake.
songs.
On to video games. What did you play? What did you do this week?
Well, if I remember correctly, I didn't. Yeah, so I played Shadow of War. Didn't finish it. Not going to finish it, which I'll be doing a video about that sometime. Probably.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Shadow of War in 5 minutes, but not done the old fashioned. It's just gonna be me being pissed off about Shadow of War for 5 minutes, pretty much. So
Nice.
Can I have a guest spot?
yeah, sure, absolutely. Just like,
What is
here's
this,
few
a
words from
rap
Matt.
song? Is this a diss track about, we should make a diss track about Shadow of War?
Shadow of War in 5 minutes, featuring NGTV, featuring other people, featuring loot boxes.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, dude, after your debacle with it, I straight up uninstalled it and deleted it. I was like, no, I'm done.
Yeah, we didn't talk about
yeah.
that a little bit in the last podcast, though, didn't we?
No.
We didn't?
No,
Did we
no,
just
we
have a
were talking
conversation?
about
The last time I was like, yeah, we're going to finish it.
Right.
And then literally
Right,
the next
yeah.
day we played Origins, and I was like, we ain't finishing that shit.
We're playing Origins now.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit before the Into the Veil podcast.
That's what it
I
was.
told you. Yeah, I told you what happened. But so yeah, I played that. But I moved on to a much better game, Wolfenstein 2. Been playing the shit out of that, and I already bought it and whatnot before I'd listened to podcasts talking to about like the Bombcast and Podquisition and whoever else. And they all have like actually like generally different approaches to the game, which is kind of like intriguing to me. Because like if I remember, Bombcast is like, oh yeah, they really make you focus on doing like run and gun, like just constantly running, just dual wheeling the entire time, and you can't slow down or stop.
I did not dual wield at all.
Oh well, I'll get back to that in 1 second.
Yeah.
One, you're wrong, but that's okay. And
I forgot about it.
and the Podquisition, Gav, he said like, oh wow, they make you really play this like a cover shooter, don't you? I'm like,
I was telling Matt that, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, well, that's not right. I mean, I guess there's no like right or wrong answer. You play it how you want to play, but like these guys are like so focused on like, wow, the game just really forces you to do this. And it's like, no, clearly not. If there's other people playing it different ways.
Yeah, I had to ask Matt about that because I was like, based on what he said, he was just like, yeah, I just like played it and it was like a fun shooter and stuff like that. And then listening to them, they're like, man, they really force you to be in cover and they throw difficulty spikes at you and it's like it makes you feel like they're trying to make the game hard. And I just want to play the game the way I want to play it, but they keep like throwing these really weird stuff. And I asked Matt, and he's like, nah, I mean, it's just like a shooter, you know, just it's fun. It's Wolfenstein, you know, I just ran through and you know did my thing.
Yeah, like most games, they have hard levels and whatnot, but like, I think the most infuriating one I went through was basically the power fantasy you have inside your hearing or whatever. When you suddenly like break free,
you're in a trial. I'm assuming some type of trial.
What? Oh, yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
Yep,
because
that
like
was
you're
hard.
like you start off like bound and chained, and then you break out, and then you're trying to basically kill your way out with no guns or anything. You had to like get the guns from the dead people and whatnot.
I'm really
But, like,
stupid though, because
yeah.
I was like, man, fuck that judge. I'm gonna melee him to death. So that's like every time I died like probably like 8 or 9 times there because I was like, yeah, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna go chop that dude's arm off.
Yeah.
And kill him.
Oh, that's what I did too. I meleeed him too, but yeah, I didn't like just run up there. I was like, oh, well, I can't shoot him. I had to chop his, his
I gotta
body
make this
parts.
personal.
Yeah. Sentence me to death. Fuck you, do.
Where's your arm now, bitch?
Yeah. Can't slam a gavel if you got no hands. What was your favorite weapon or / weapon combo in the game?
I like the fucking
This
the
is not gonna
sniper
surprise
rifle
me.
thingy.
Oh, there it is.
And,
Sniper rifle. Oh.
Yeah, well, like you get that attachment for the one machine gun or whatever. It makes it single
Oh,
shot.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That, and I like the shotgun. I thought the rest of the weapons, like literally, as soon as I got that other like not a submachine gun, but the it's the one I was talking about with the thing. I never ever used the pistol or the little submachine gun ever again.
So once you got the automatic rifle that got the attachment to make a single shot,
Thanks for the host, Kim.
you no longer use the SMG or the pistol. You just use that and a shotgun.
Yeah, and then I didn't really use the laser gun at all until it made me.
Yeah. Like, I only use it for like levels or whatnot, but my favorite thing is to use that assault rifle, but dual wield it, because basically once you get the thing fully upgraded, 2 shots pretty much kills most people. Maybe 10 shots will kill like the giant heavy guys if you're not aiming for the head, which is kind of hard when there's dogs biting you and people and whatnot. But generally, rule of thumb is I try to sneak around as best as I can with the submachine pistol with a silencer, and then like throw hatchets and whatnot until they catch me, and then I'd like, all right, well, guess I gotta murder everybody.
Yep. Usually that happens about after I've killed like 3 guys silently. Like I'm like something like some douchebag robot sees me. I'm like, get out of here, and I'm just like go ham.
It's murdering time.
Well, I guess I gotta kill all these Nazi. What would you look at the time? Holy shit. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of that.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Liftinger. What you just
Liftinger 3? Oh, I think she followed Comcast.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you don't know if the gender assumption.
That's true.
We're not revealing.
I've just been identifying as a girl because you keep calling him a he. So it's just like we have a balance.
Oh, even it out. There we go. Yeah, and that's a good plan. So been killing Nazis, better than killing orcs. But also, I just literally recorded Doki Doki Literature Club for an hour, so my voice is kind of like strained, but like also more loose now. Yeah. I finally figured out a voice to use for everybody that doesn't like kill my vocal cords after 10 seconds of doing them. Yeah,
that's tough because you realize so much about like the ability of you as a person in doing voices. And I've noticed, because you and I were kind of like voice, artists in a way.
Voice wannabes.
Voice wannabes. And I've noticed that like I tend to strain the first time I try to do a voice. And then you realize you can do the same voice and just like relax once you have it figured out. Yeah, and once you maybe take some of the grit off of it, and it's like so much fucking easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what? I'm doing my whole life the wrong way.
I want to restart my life. God damn it. But yeah, that's been going okay. Nothing crazy has happened yet still. So I'm still waiting. Still waiting for that crazy moment to happen, but 2 hours in, still nothing.
Yeah.
I guess hour and a half.
I think it's a slow burn.
Oh, God. Well, that's fine. I can use it as like a warm-up game when I record other shit.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
But that's all I've played this week. I haven't really had a chance to play a lot of different stuff. But what have you gentlemen been playing?
I mean, honestly, that's a pretty good like spread of video games, I have to say.
Apparently,
killing Nazis, talking to teenagers in high school. Oh, sorry.
Their Neanderthal gaming thing had a follower only chat.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, and then what? Like, I don't know why that was on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Twitch has been throwing out some new things. Like you're supposed to have.
why would they make
was
that automatic?
Yeah, and it's also on the other one too. On
God,
Comcast. What the fuck? That's really annoying.
Yeah. Now is that
too many chats?
Yeah. Okay, that's weird. All right. Well, anyways, so the games we played this week, we didn't play anything outside of what we've actually recorded this week. I don't think. I mean, unless you played something different. But as far as playing together, we played Assassin's Creed Origins, and that game is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because compared to all the other newer games coming out, so far it's the first one that hasn't been like bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Because Shadow of War, like, it's just straight bullshit, right? Apparently, the new South Park game, like, meh as fuck, right?
Yeah, that was not very good.
And so you have Assassin's Creed Origins, which was the one that I was hopeful for, but most expected bullshit from. Turns out to be pretty good. Like, the voice acting. Yeah, the voice acting is like spot on. They're using actual Egyptian like accents, because most of the time I guess, and I've been hearing this from other places, when you get Egyptians, they tend to be a little like a tad British for some stupid reason. I guess the ongoing joke is Ben Kingsley. Apparently he plays an Egyptian a couple of times, and he has like a slightly British accent going into.
Yeah, I think he was in the Prince of Persia movie, so that probably I guess
that's probably where the joke comes from. But yeah, like it's like legit, like, oh shit, this is like, I could definitely see this being from Egypt, and from what people are saying, it's spot on, which is awesome.
Nice.
So the voice acting is great. The storyline so far is pretty good. It's a little bit in some ways it's like, some of the major beats are a little bit like, oh, okay, that's kind of expected, but there's a couple of points where they kind of throw you for a loop, which is nice. And I mean, a lot of the new stuff that they added to the game really actually added to the gameplay. Like, they did a lot of quality of life stuff, and they kind of reworked a bit of how travel is done, and they made it feel a little bit more open, which is nice. Yeah, so you don't feel like boxed in at all, so far at least. So yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins. I mean, I know Matt's doing some setting stuff, so he has not had a chance to give his opinion on the game.
Oh, I like it. I think it's good. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I heard like the first hour or so is kind of like a grog to get through.
Honestly,
I guess
I did not even notice it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So if some people are thinking that that's a grog, then I can't wait for it to actually
what's going
hit
on,
its stride.
Corin? Glad you can chat.
Yeah, Corin.
Yeah, apparently people are having chat issues, and sorry about that, guys. Apparently Twitch updated some stuff. But, so we're trying to figure that out. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins, super good game. Were you going to say something? Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, Twitch has been throwing out a bunch of stuff. Like, they have I think you can have like max of 2 rooms now.
You have rooms now?
Yeah, like they're gonna like have like you can like make the rooms for whatever you want, like for like followers and subscribers and blah blah blah.
Bompanada.
Bumpanada, the Bumpanada chat, and I don't know, they're slowly doing a bunch of shit over the next month or so, I think. So
okay,
prepare.
Yeah.
Get ready for that bullshit.
Yeah, it'd be great if they like gave us a little tooltip telling us about that when we signed in or some shit, or like make something automatic like they just did here.
Knowing them, they probably did, but it was like in the corner of some place, just like barely brought up, like on some icon, like, "Hey, now you got rooms." Oh,
yeah. Or they're just like,
rooms.
"Yeah, we released an official update in our blog. Well, why don't you read our blog? I mean, our blog has all the information in there. We tweeted about it, guys." But yeah, so the other games we played Tales of Missouri, of course, and that game's like, it's just getting better and better.
This room is now in 30-minute followers only mode.
God! No, I pressed the button. No, that was me.
Okay. So he's got an understand. But yeah, Tales of Missouri, it's getting really good, and I feel like we're getting maybe in the last 10 hours of the game. So we have kind of finished out what we thought was the main like quest before going and doing like the big stuff, but then they like kind of throw you for a little bit of a loop there, and so now it's like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? So that's pretty good. And then We played Smash, of course. We played Melee yesterday and Smash 4 today, which we had so many issues with. Yeah, Corin, you were there. I mean, we had issues with the sound, and apparently I went back in the VOD and we crackled like all the fucking time, so we can't even put those videos on YouTube. And then of course we had issues with doing the actual play with the viewers portion because we had no idea how the hell to do any of that.
Well, now I know how it works.
Yeah,
and I was super tired when we were doing it, so like we had to fight lag in real life.
Yeah, real life lag and in-game lag. It was all bad. I mean, it was overall fun though.
Yeah. What else did I play this week? I played the Berserk game.
The Warriors one or whatever.
It's pretty good so far.
That's a solid Warriors game.
And then, fucking hell, I beat Wolfenstein.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and
Nice.
That's super good. I really liked it.
You guys have to have a conversation about the game once you finish it, Biscuit.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry, we'll get to Nier someday.
What else? Did I play anything else?
Oh, you played a little bit of Golf Story.
Oh, yeah, we got a Switch.
Oh, yeah, we got the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't played much of Mario Odyssey. I think you played like a little bit of it.
Yeah, I played about an hour.
And I mean, I've been hearing, and I know you listened to the Podquisition just recently. Apparently, it might be the best Mario game people have played in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're all good. Like the main Mario games are usually good anyways.
Yeah, that's true. And then Golf Story. How is Golf Story? It's like an RPG golfing game.
It's like it kind of reminds me of Earthbound. But
I've heard a lot of that.
It's like it's just like a little cutesy little golf RPG. Play golf, do like little quests and stuff like that.
And every all the stuff I saw him do incorporated golfing in some weird way.
It incorporated golf.
You had to go feed the fishes, and then you have to like time and like get the find your arc and shit to get it inside the water, and then like mess with your.
It's actually pretty crazy how precise you can be with the controls. Like they give you a lot of fine tuning abilities to hit the golf ball and shit like that. Like you can pick where you want to hit the golf ball at on the thing. Hey, how's it going, Liftinger? Where you where you want to hit the golf ball, I guess. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some other shit. But yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun. I think we're gonna buy fucking Zelda and ARMS.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Arms.
Do some
Dude,
ARMS play.
Yeah.
Fucking beat the shit out of each other.
That's right.
In video games, not in real life. Don't.
But anytime we have a dispute now, I mean,
Before we used to settle that in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 20XX 9463 edition. Extreme Hyper Remix.
Hyper Ninja mode.
But
now that we'll buy ARMS, then we'll just
we'll have a new game to do that with. Yeah, because we don't settle differences in Smash. Smash is sacred.
It's sacred.
Yeah.
But we do need to have the proxy game to settle differences, and we can't do that in Mortal Kombat or the DC game, whatever the fuck that's called. Because I just win.
Yeah.
It's not fair. But yeah, so hopefully ARMS will be. I mean, it feels like the type of game that I feel Matt could probably finesse a bit more with. So I'm gonna play the super tanky guy like I always do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's basically all we played. Oh, and then of course we fucking beat Lucius on Tuesday. The three of us. Mostly Fistcake. We got so tired of that game that we literally just walked through it and just tell us where to go. Okay, great. We killed that guy. Tell us where to go now.
We also came up with the plan that I'm not as good of a navigator as Spencer is. Because everything was moving so much quicker once you took over. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking this up.
Well, I think part of the thing was like you kept going with the directions when I was like still like between step 1 and 2. I'm like, all right.
Look, dude, I didn't ask for criticism.
Stop.
All right. I didn't, all right. I admit
I'm helping you grow as an artiste, a navigational artiste.
Yeah, Matt was saying that he was like, I had no mental map of the game.
No mental map, so I couldn't even I couldn't visualize.
That's how much Matt cared about the game. He didn't.
That's how much we all cared about the game. I didn't memorize where the laundry room and like the lobby was until like
every time
the
you
last
went there,
3
I was
chapters
like,
of the game.
How does he know where this is? I've played as much as he has.
I've seen this entire thing. God damn it.
Yeah, but that game fucking sucked.
Yeah, that game sucked.
So
also, a little bit of hilarious side note. They paid third-party people for all of their sounds.
Oh my God.
In the credits, they literally list every single sound they use.
Yeah.
So window breaking, fucking
and it's the
water
full name.
falling. Yeah, the full name, like full
.mp3 and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they credited the person, and it's just like some people would have their name inside the sound to make sure that they had like credit or some shit. Like it's if you've ever gone and downloaded any kind of royalty-free or third-party like little sounds and stuff like that, they literally just download it from like freesounds.org or some shit, and then just credited people for it.
It was actually
so
hilarious.
It'd be like it goes to like window breaking Sephiroth XX420.mp3 by Sephiroth XX420, and it's like, Jesus Christ! I mean, we get it; it's free. We know you're a dirty game. You don't have to rub our faces in it.
And it was a huge list.
Yeah,
it was
pretty much the whole credits.
Yeah,
it kept going while we were talking about the game.
I mean, I would bet money on the fact that 90% of the sounds in the game are in that list.
Yeah, that's so weird. Why didn't they just generate their own? I mean, that can be expensive, especially if they don't have equipment to.
Most developers who develop things, they either work with a separate group to make all their sounds, or they buy what's called a library of sounds. And that's why you'll play a lot of games or see a lot of movies that'll have some similar sounds. It's because it's part of a library. These people didn't do a library. They just went on the internet and Googled it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like we were, Liffender says, you guys are so hardcore analyzing the credits. It's not that we were analyzing the credits. We were just casually talking about the game. And those things popped up so large and so suddenly, like, what the fuck? What happened here? What's this?
They were still going when we were like, after our like 5-8 minute discussion about how shit the game was.
Yeah.
Still sounds about what, like window break, fucking pot break, blah, 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 like every sound that they used.
Footsteps, everything. It was crazy.
It was nutty.
Yeah. They literally, the only sounds that they incorporated in the game was maybe the music, because we don't know. We didn't look at all the sounds. They could have literally taken music from there too. And the voice acting, which wasn't very good anyways.
Good news is Lucius is dead. We're not coming back to it. But we'll tell you what we're playing next week at the end of the show. Ha ha! Now you have to stick around, fuckers.
Stick around for all the surprises. We're gonna, make sure you watch and like and comment.
So watch, like, and comment.
Subscribe.
Follow our Instagram. No, but so we actually didn't discuss what we were going to go into first, but I have a good assumption. This is mostly because we had technical difficulties before the show. Let's talk about all of the Blizzard updates that we care about. So there was Blizzcon that just happened just recently, and there was a bunch of updates to World of Warcraft and StarCraft 2 and Overwatch, all of their games. The most major of them being first on the list here. World of Warcraft, it has different expansions, right? If you've never played the game, over the years they've been adding expansions and basically just building on top of the same game. There was a third-party, like, community-based like server that was put together that just had classic World of Warcraft, like no expansions.
Out of the box World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and that's because there's a group of people who just really preferred that version of the game. Well, Blizzard came in. I guess it got big enough where it came under their radar.
They had like 1.5 million people playing.
Yeah, they had a ton of people playing.
They had no choice but to shut that shit down.
And they shut it down because obviously that version of the game was free. They couldn't monetize it, and of course it's also their property, so they have a right to do that. So a lot of people are upset, and they were kind of petitioning Blizzard to release their own version of it. And they said, probably not, because we got to go through, and apparently it's very complicated because since they built on top of the same game, they can't really go back to the old files. Well, apparently they did, and they're releasing an official classic version of the game.
Yeah.
So
never trust game developers. Lesson number 1.
Now you have to buy ammo like arrows and gunshot, and if you run out in the middle of a raid, you're fucked.
Is that is that what it was like in Classic, or are you saying that's okay? Yeah.
That's how it was. You had to buy ammo. They had different types of ammo and stuff like that. We played after all that, but I played during that.
Yeah, I never played Classic. I only played basically
Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah, really only played Wrath of the Lich King. We kind of traded off when it was just Burning Crusades a little bit. I played on your account, but yeah, I only actually played in the the second expansion, but the third version of the game. So yeah, that's happening, which is really exciting for a lot of people. I would really, we were talking about it before, and I would prefer to have like at least just a Burning Crusade version of it instead of just classic, because they fixed a lot of stuff. Apparently, there's a lot of people who say that their preferred version of the game ever was Burning Crusade, which was the very first expansion that came out, which kind of fixed a bunch of things and grounded some stuff out and made some decisions that I think are still in effect even today for how things worked and stuff like that. But anyway, so probably not going to play it, unfortunately. But, it's there.
I mean, unless it's free or something.
I mean, they did make StarCraft 2 free to play, which is another announcement. Before, normally play StarCraft 2, which is largely, I mean, people only really get the game for the multiplayer, although you can play a storyline, of course. They finally made, after 6 years longer, close to 8 years, I guess, they finally made the game free to play. And whereas
I think it came out in like 2011, 2012.
So, yeah, like 6 years.
Yeah, you said 8 years.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the amount. But yeah, so now it's finally free to play, and I think because they just recently released StarCraft Enhanced Edition, or not Enhanced Edition, but the
remastered
remastered edition of the original StarCraft, because there's still a huge competitive scene for that game after
mostly in Korea.
So they released that version, and now they're making StarCraft 2 free to play because the StarCraft 2 scene's kind of been just like
it's been dead.
It's been dying a slow death for a while.
Yeah.
And so there's still some events going on, and even at BlizzCon they had a tournament. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming they're trying to, hey, come play StarCraft 2 because they made so much money off that game back in the day.
Mm-hmm. I mean, competing with
Biscuit.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I said didn't Toll Biscuit do a whole huge thing for StarCraft 2?
Yeah, he still big into StarCraft. He just casted this weekend at BlizzCon.
Yeah. He kind of started out with like Blizzard games.
Well, he started out with WoW, but
with WoW, and then went on to be a StarCraft 2 caster in its heyday. And then he still does and has been for a long time doing things called Shoutcraft, where he brings in players and they have like a small pool and they do like a little mini tournament every couple of weeks or something like that. So yeah, he's been kind of single-handedly keeping the scene alive in America.
I was about to say it's probably just all him then. If
So I mean, them trying to compete with LOL League it wasn't. They were never going to catch up
because that game was free to play.
Because that game was free to play, and it was funner, and if you tell me that's not a word, I don't give a shit. And it was easier. It was more accessible.
Yeah.
And the thing I liked more about League than I like about StarCraft is that in League you have room for experimentation. This is why I like Smash a lot more than I like other regular fighters, is because you have a lot of creative control. In StarCraft, you don't have that. You have like some,
not at the same
but
level.
not at the same level.
Yeah, StarCraft 2 has a.
You have to follow build orders and stuff like that. And I had never, like in school, I never did that shit either. Where like you got to learn this stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to. Like that's boring. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I don't want to sit here and just learn. Like I want to like do something.
It's anti your oh god, I had a word.
Philosophy.
Yeah, well, sensibilities. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I've always been like, I guess, enamored with StarCraft and StarCraft 2, and I also kind of balked at the whole you got to have a specific build order thing for a long time because I was like, I want to do like cool stuff. I want to have like my own build order, or like I want to have my own like approach to the game, which there's a prerequisite. You have to learn what the build orders are for like months. And then once you know all the build orders or know what the bread and butter stuff is, like, and it's complicated. There's like little changes based on small events. Once you know that stuff, then you can be creative. But you have to be creative based on the existing kind of platform, and you have to learn that by just literally being in the scene and watching D9 videos.
Yeah,
because the game doesn't teach you that because it's all meta built up by the players.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that's always changing because they have been updating the game over the years with expansions. So that hasn't even been, unless you've been in the scene, then coming into it now, you're gonna have a lot to learn. But
I mean, going free to play, I think is
I think it's smart.
It's a smart decision. I think they should have done it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I think they should have done it when their numbers were, just starting to dip.
Yeah.
That would have been
They
smart.
Yeah, they should have done that.
But I think Blizzard was like, nah, fuck it, dude. They got lazy. They got complacent. They're like, we don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
StarCraft, is like, it's always going to be there. and then League came and fucked this shit up, and then
Yeah.
walked away. Was
Really?
like, hey, I got all your player base, bitch.
And really, the whole MOBA scene probably pretty much stole that
Yeah.
thunder from them. Yeah.
Because League of Legends happened, and then Dota 2 came out, and it's just like, how do you compete with that? And they have huge player bases and huge viewer bases, and it's just like the pots are like millions at these larger tournaments, and it's insane. So I mean, I'm hopeful because I love watching StarCraft. I think it's just like it's kind of like a sight to behold when people are playing super fucking well because like the strategy is intense. But you know,
Playing it is totally different than
playing
watching
is totally different. I might try playing it again. We have a series on YouTube where it was like
We got the gold.
we got the gold. Did we? Did we really get the gold?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it must have been for a very short period of time. But yeah, it's like 15 or 20 episodes long. Where basically Matt's just yelling at me, being like, "Why aren't you doing the thing you're supposed to do?" I'm like, I don't know. So
Don't hurt me.
enjoy that.
Also, I don't know why you didn't tie this into the other WoW news, but WoW's getting a new expansion called, what is it called?
It is. I don't have the name. I'll look it up.
What the fuck, dude?
There's a new expansion coming out for WoW, and it has some changes coming along with it.
Is the Fate of Azeroth, Fight for Azeroth, Battle for Azeroth?
Something like that.
I think it's Battle for Azeroth. And they're finally pitting the Horde and the Alliance against each other.
I've been waiting for that since like Wrath of the Lich King. I always thought that was like what they should be doing. You know, having these huge player versus kind of player faction battles. Because they already have kind of like a weird player versus player faction battle thing, but it wasn't enough because you had like these little PvP moments where you would take over, like in certain areas, you would take over towers from each other or take over little defense posts as like little dungeons or what have you, but nothing changed. The game never changed. It was like a little mini game inside the main game, right? But I'm hopeful that they go farther with it because one of the most fun aspects of all time for any video game experience I've ever had is when the Horde side of things makes this huge plan, and then like comes in on is it Alliance? Yeah. For some reason I can't remember. Comes in on like an Alliance main city, and then just raids the whole town and kills all the players in it. I always thought that was the coolest fucking thing.
That's happened to us.
Yeah, that's happened.
We've
to us.
Also been a part of
a huge raid.
Yeah.
The craziest thing happened. They had a level 1 Alliance person who went in as like undercover and was like scoping shit out. And then told them when to come in and stuff like that. And we saw that person and thought that they they're a little strange because they're level 1 in like a level 15 area. Like why are you here? And it's just like this intense level of espionage that in no way it compares to like something like EVE Online. But it's still so cool because they're running through and just killing everyone. And I'm like, I never enjoyed dying so hard in a game because it was just like a cool experience.
They're like, oh, they got me good, those fuckers.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it's always one of the coolest things. I wasn't. World of Warcraft, Battle of Azeroth.
Yeah.
Battle of Azeroth.
Yeah. There's a couple of other. Go ahead.
So they're focusing on Horde versus Alliance, but they're also getting rid of the PvP.
That's what I was going to bring up. Yeah, they're removing PvP servers. So in World of Warcraft, you have different servers. You have PvE, player versus environment, PvP, and then you had roleplay servers where you would like your character would have like certain things about them, and you have to type a certain way and be in character the whole time, which is kind of cool. I had a character on an RPG server where I played a dwarf hunter who never went into towns, and so I would avoid people and just hunt, literally.
Oh, there you go.
And I would come into town with like my skins and stuff like that, and like not like, just avoid people and not talk to them and be all like aloof. I did that for like a day, and then I was like, I got bored of it pretty quickly, actually. So.
Well, you kind of wrote yourself into a hole there, didn't you?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Nothing exciting happens. I'm like, maybe
it's not me, it's the game.
Yeah.
I refuse to interact with their other characters, these other role players.
Yeah. But they're getting rid of PvP servers. So the difference between that and PvE servers was that you
basically you had to do some bad shit in PvE to get up enough like points or whatever to attack other human players.
Yeah.
And in PvP you could attack anybody.
Outside of a town, you were free game.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so people would, you just have to be on your fucking toes the whole time. Which I could see I could kind of see that, like, oh, that might be fun. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a huge fan
They're
of
also
PvP.
upping the level cap to 120. They also added 2 new islands for shit.
Nice.
It seemed like they're doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And level
So-
scaling too, right?
Oh yeah, they're making the entire map scale to your level. So they used to have zones that were for particular levels, and now I guess everything just scales to whatever your level is. And we were talking about this before. I'm like, how are they going to do that if you're like, because one of the classic things is to have a friend in your party who's a higher level, and they'll just like burst through shit for you. Are they going to be fighting the same enemies for them going to be a different level than for you, or something like that? How are they going to deal with
Yeah,
that?
I don't know how they're going to do that, but
Super interesting. A lot of interesting news with that. There's some other Overwatch stuff, new character and a new map, but I don't really care about Overwatch. So this is our show. So fuck off.
So fuck it.
Yeah. So that about does it for the news that we really cared about with BlizzCon. There was a couple of other things, like I said, but
obviously new Hearthstone shit.
yeah, I don't even know. Probably just another like arena or shit. But again, don't care about that game. Used to care about that game, played it for a while, and just fell behind.
I can't get behind online CRP or CCGs.
Matt has the thing where he has to have the physical thing in it, like
Yeah.
you have a hard time playing even just like chess.
Yeah, I can't play chess online.
Or like chess like on a screen.
Yeah, on a screen, but I can play it in person way better
Yeah.
because I can't
Yeah.
You used to have a thing with like one of our teachers in high school. You would go in like on lunch and stuff like that and play.
and play chess. He was really good. I beat him one time with his queen. Usually he'd take his queen out to make it more even. One time I beat him with his queen. One of my
Nice.
crowning achievements.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. All right, so moving on, we got a couple of. It's kind of one story, but it's two stories in one. The Runic Games has been shut down, and Runic Games was the developer for the Torchlight series, most importantly, and because of that, the developers for the most recently released MOBA Gigantic, MOBA slash what is it? Character Fighter or whatever. I don't remember what it's called.
Hero Fighter.
Hero
Fighter.
It's not a MOBA. It's a Hero Fighter.
Is it specifically Hero Fighter? Okay.
Perfect
yeah.
World is the people who own both Motiga, which are the developers for Gigantic,
Yeah.
and Runic Games, which are the developers for Torchlight and Hob. But Gigantic's just been shut down to its core developers to work on the game itself. So right now, there's like no plans that the game's going to go away. But I mean, they've been through like a lot of hardships anyway, so I don't see how long that game's going to stick around.
Which sucks because like I remember being excited about that game and then never
Yeah, if it doesn't have an audience, it dies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
I mean
gamble.
it's free to play too, right?
Yeah. It's free.
Yeah,
and-
I think I had it downloaded at one point. I just never played it.
I also had it downloaded and never played it.
Me too,
Yeah.
guys.
Nice. We're all in this together. We've all killed Gigantic. Yeah.
Hey, look at
Yeah.
all these people downloading. How come they're not
Also,
playing?
for those of you who know about games, Perfect World is the developers of Perfect World International, that 3D MMO that has been on Steam for like fucking ever since 2008. And so they, I guess, started out with that, and then they actually did a Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter 3D MMO in 2013. But yeah, so that unfortunately is sad. So I guess
Mostly it's the Torchlight.
It's the
Because
Torchlight.
They had some original people from Diablo 2.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I had some fun with Torchlight too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were quality games,
Mhm.
and you got to have like a pet and stuff. That was cool.
dude, anything with a pet, I'm in 100.
Yeah.
100%.
And they had interesting pets. They had like a ferret or a badger or something like that, and of course they had
Think so,
a
yeah.
dog
Mhm.
and a cat or something. But yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of fun, and I'm sad to see that that's happening. So but Perfect Worlds is still around though, but they're like extremely downsizing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they downsized Motiga. I'm trying to see what they're doing with Runic Games. It is closed. Okay, Runic Games is actually closed. But in their statement, they say the staff reduction at Motiga and the closure of Runic Games Seattle were unrelated. Perfect World Entertainment stands committed to delivering the best massively multiplayer online gameplay experiences to our players. I mean, that is kind of weird that
Yeah, that's
they're
just like a
somehow
super canned
unrelated.
statement. Yeah.
They're like, oh, can we get any more corporate than this? I don't think we can. Send it.
Let's go. Oh, wait.
There's
Okay. How many corporate points? This has 100% corporate points. Release it.
Well, that's good. What was I can't remember what the story was about. Like, but somebody tried to be like a really cool with their cease and desist letter, but it just ended like the last half of it with like legal mumbo jumbo.
Oh, I didn't hear about that, but that sounds pretty funny. Was it
I
someone
can't
leaving
remember.
like a game or?
I think it had something to do with Call of Duty, but I'll look it up.
Gotcha. I'll start the next topic because that's basically it. I mean, it's just sad news all around. Gigantic was a game we were excited about, and
Never played, so we're actually the cause of their death.
Yeah, really. We could be the 3 people they need. We don't know.
That's on us.
And the last major thing we want to talk about is PlayStation Paris. So
Announced a bunch of shit.
they announced a bunch of stuff. So if you want to bring that up here, so we can look at that. Oh, you have it up right now, man. You're just like, whew, it's on the ball.
He's right in
Fucking
there.
on it, dude.
All right, so let's start here. We got.
No.
Oh, Matt has something specific he wants to look at.
What the hell?
Oh shit!
Rolling
Never
Stone
mind.
is like a terrible
Yeah.
like video game place to go.
So they released a trailer for The Last of Us 2,
Excited.
and that's cool. It got like a lot of blowback though because it was kind of graphic, and people
Yeah,
are like, the guys
people are like-
we make games for, or this is an adult game for
Adults.
Yeah. So like, it doesn't really matter that you're upset that we
Was that
pissed you off.
was that Detroit trailer? Was that also released at PlayStation Paris?
Yeah.
Dude,
People were
I
talking
have
about
not
that too,
seen
yeah.
the trailer, but I heard about it, and that is crazy. Apparently, in the trailer, they basically just show an interactive part of the game where one person is like, I guess, for lack of a better term, like abusing a child. Like,
Let's go.
like yeah, what the fuck is it? Like, and I know that. First off, it's a David Cage game, right? So everything's interactive. You're brushing your teeth, you're doing that shit with the controller, right? And they're also all like really dark. Like the scene where in Heavy Rain where you cut off your own finger with pliers, that shit's crazy. And you have to do that yourself as the player. You gotta make the action happen. So I mean, from an artistic standpoint, I mean they must be trying to make some kind of point.
Well, you don't like do the abuse anything. You play as the robot who kind of witnesses everything.
Yeah.
And like, so basically it shows like the first playthrough of that, like, oh, you see the abuse is happening. You take the girl and you run away, or like you get your head bashed in or something.
Oh,
But
so they're
then
showing
goes-
different
it does
choices.
Yeah, and then does the David Cage thing, but like, oh, but there's so many other things that could have happened. Like it zooms out and shows you like all these kinds of options. Like you can kill the dad, you can fight the dad, or you can run away with the girl, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So you don't like. It's not like you are the one that's beating the girl. You're just like you just kind of see it,
Yeah.
and you try to like break through your like I guess your like iRobot bullshit. Like you can't harm a human or something or whatever.
Yeah.
But it looked like the way to break through that looked like Heavy Rain. It was like L2, hold X, press up. I was like, oh
God,
great.
no.
They're bringing it back. Great.
Yeah. I can't wait.
So,
Hearing that, because some people were making it like it was, really like unsettling to watch or whatever. But
well, I think they were worried that David Cage is trying to be deep, is trying to like handle child abuse.
Yeah, but
And
like,
he's
who cares?
He's not very. Well, I mean, for victims of child abuse, if they've seen that shit,
Well,
it's
I
just kind of
understand, but
ham-fisted.
like,
I could see
what? Not everything can be handled like just the way that you want, so you don't get yourself like hurt feelings.
like I definitely feel like it's a controversial scene to have as like, hey, here's our game, here's this crazy scene that has all these options. But I also think it's a kind of an effective tool to show you what the different options are and the different consequences because it's so extreme.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not like disagreeing with you, Matt. Like what they show, you don't see anything from what I can tell in the game, so it's not like you see anything. You just see the aftermath. He just like basically knocks her out and puts her to bed. But I think people are just worried that of all people of who are good at telling stories and whatnot, David Cage is not the They don't
You mean
have
the
like a whole
Golden
lot
God,
of trust.
David Cage?
Yeah. They don't have a whole lot of trust in David Cage, so that's what they're worried about there.
I got you. Like how's that going to be handled, or if it's going to be handled? You know.
Yeah,
Well-
they're just like, well, David Cage, maybe you should just go back with the angels and the demons and shit from Indigo Prophecy. Just just do that crazy shit again.
I mean, Beyond Two Souls was good.
I mean, I liked
it's
Heavy
alright.
Rain better.
I liked Heavy Rain better. Beyond Two Souls is worth one playthrough.
Yep, one.
That's it.
Play it once.
Yeah, no more.
Heavy Rain is definitely worth playing through multiple times because it overall is just in general enjoyable. Beyond Two Souls, it had too many twists and turns, but like too many tone shifts. Like really, it felt like you're playing three different games that were strung together.
Yeah.
And it just got really confusing with all the time, well, not time traveling, like going throughout the story and whatnot.
Yeah. Like, oh, now I'm on a Native American. Oh, okay, this is weird. I was in like a psych facility where they're doing experiments. Now I'm on this Native American place having some kind of spirit quest. It was weird.
I don't even remember that bit, but now that you said that, I remember it.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Anyways, so
Yeah.
fuck David Cage. We have other shit.
Yeah, gotcha. Keep going,
All
Matt.
right,
Keep
we
going.
got Spelunky 2, which is
Yeah.
like we've streamed Spelunky 2.
Yeah.
I've never beaten. Coulter is the only one out of all of us to have beaten Olmec.
I got almost there, and then Coulter took over for the last bit for me
To beat Olmec.
to beat Olmec. Yeah.
Yep. We have that like 35 hours in that game too.
Yeah.
Beat Olmec one time, and it wasn't even us.
Yeah. Super
Guacamelee
hard.
2.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice
Cool.
little
I
Metroidvania.
didn't see that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
Tsushima.
I'm super.
Yeah.
I'm super
What's that
excited
game
about
about? Because I haven't seen
You're
it.
like a samurai? Fiske, explain it. I saw the trailer, but I don't remember it. I'm really
From what
tired.
from the trailer, it seems like basically you're a samurai from Tsushima. I'm hopefully I'm not butchering that completely. And like your whole the entire place gets burned down by the Mongol invaders.
Yeah.
Because like the guy, like the entire trailer is the guy who just has you captured. It's just telling you like, well,
Talking
you've been
shit.
studying the sword. I've been learning your ways.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to kill you and all that fun stuff. And then it's kind of fuzzy on the details as to what happens after that, because like suddenly you're on fire and then like it dissolves into you putting on a mask, and then you're like throwing a smoke bomb at a horse and cutting a guy in half or something. So
All right.
Yeah, we
So I think
basically
it
have
turns
no
like
idea
some
what the
weird-
gameplay is.
yeah, it seems like you just turned like some weird samurai ninja thing, but it's from the guys who made an Infamous and Infamous 2 and all that fun bullshit. So, or Infamous.
My dog, Fiske,
Huh?
it's pronounced infamous.
I just corrected it. I just said it.
He said a word wrong.
Infamous. So either.
You want to put this link in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. There's a link to that, but yeah, I'm really excited about that one. That's like the most exciting one
Dude, that
I've
one's
seen.
super.
I will, dude. Can you just fuck off? All right. Not you. I'm talking to Spencer. Yeah, when you go
No.
do this, I'm
Oh.
doing that.
Oh god,
All right.
you got automated.
What? I
I
got
got you.
automated? Oh, okay.
Automated.
Where did that link go? All right,
There
I
you
got
go.
it. And then they showed off some more Shadow of the Colossus, total remake.
Can't wait for that.
Don't watch that yet. I mean, yeah, I know what happens. I guess just prettier.
Apparently, they've kept the same clunky kind of controls because that's part of the game.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the game.
Yeah.
I was worried about that.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that.
And then they announced the new Final Fantasy DLC episode Ignis, which is the picture-taking guy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, that was the
It's
P name.
glasses.
Yeah. That's glasses.
Yeah, glasses. Yeah, like from what I can tell from that, it looked like you just have a boat mission, and then it's just like a regular game where you fight with enemies with people. From what I can tell, I don't know if there's like some secret cooking mini game in there somewhere or whatnot.
Oh, you know there is.
I got a
gotta
new
cook.
recipe.
You gotta find the right recipe to save Noctis's life. Oh God, you gotta make the first Phoenix down. Oh,
Turns out it's tea.
yeah, funny story. Would you look at that? Wow.
And then they got some other stuff. They got
Concrete Genie. I don't know what the
Concrete
fuck that is.
Genie. I don't. Yeah.
looks like some PlayStation Move game, I think. I don't know. It's from what I could tell, it looks like you just paint shit on concrete.
Oh, yeah, you're like a little hoodlum making art.
Blood and Truth. What the hell is Blood and Truth?
That's
looks
what's
It's a VR game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
VR shooter.
It looks like, I guess it looks like one of the better PSVR games, but I haven't played any of them, so I wouldn't have a frame of reference.
Oh, yeah, Hong Kong Massacre. That's like a top-down.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like
Hotline Miami.
Hotline Miami. Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude,
Is mixed with
Max Payne.
Yeah, with Max Payne. Oh yeah, John. Or yeah.
Yeah, John Wick. Yeah.
That was my notes for Hong Kong Massacre, was just Hotline Hong Kong. I was like, all right, yep. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, this game called Ure, Oure, and I saw a thing where basically it was like kind of a journey-like game.
Yeah.
Like the game Journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a couple of other nifty little looking games. But yeah, lots of games
the big
announced.
ones is just like Last of Us and Spelunky 2 and Ghost of Tsushima and Guacamelee 2.
No, they had a Spider-Man trailer. I mean, the game looks all right.
Yeah, the Spider-Man one.
But I can kind of tell, like, either you have some weird sections where you had to play as different characters, because it looked like at one point you were playing as Mary Jane for some reason.
Oh, well, honestly, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see. Because, I love nothing more than playing a Spider-Man game, and then suddenly, yeah, you get to play as a character with no powers or anything, and you just sneak around and try not to get shot or something. Yeah,
Well,
that's really cool.
If it moves the story along, right, and it makes sense, I'm for it. But if it's bullshit, I'm going to be on your side. Like, if it turns out to be bullshit, then, like, fuck it, right? But,
I think it's bullshit because Spider-Man's in the bank at the same time. So
that's weird.
I don't know.
Are they going to try to do, like, a weird thing where you switch perspectives and, like,
They might.
move stuff?
Well, I mean, let's not condemn it till we play it, people.
I'm condemning it.
Until
I'm burning it at the cross.
Condemned.
Oh, but I think that wraps us up for PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, is there any, I guess the only other topic we had here was games Osama bin Laden played.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
You had the list of that. Apparently, Osama bin Laden, the actual guy.
The real.
They found like a bunch of files on his hard drives and shit like that.
And there were like a bunch of video games and weird videos.
Not even like porn. We're talking about like
he also
viral
had porn
YouTube
on there,
videos.
too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course he had porn.
Well done.
That's a given.
Besides the porn.
What's weird is that he had just viral YouTube videos on there. That's the weird bit.
Yeah, like viral YouTube videos of like video game stuff. Like
He was
one
trying
of
to
the ones
understand the enemy. That's why.
one of the ones they were telling Fizkick about the famous Super Smash Bros. Melee Wombo Combo video.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like 2 minutes long, and it's of this crazy doubles combo that happens, and it just became like a thing in that community.
Well, it went viral.
Yeah, but like, why does he have that? So, do you have the list of games?
I do. We have classics such as Ants, the movie game, the game for the movie.
Wow.
Batman Gotham Knight. Is that the?
I think that's
Gotham
the
Knight.
NES game.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's some biography stuff.
Did you run that in like an emulator?
Probably. We got Cars. I don't know if that's the movie or the video game for the movie.
Probably a video game for the movie.
And Chicken Little. All right.
I think these are movies.
I'm not for sure. Because they have the list with games and like random videos they found on his hard drive, so that it's not like differentiated. But
Gotham Knight
for sure
was
game.
Gotham Knight was a movie.
Oh, okay. Mystery solved. The number one hardcore terrorist game, Final Fantasy VII.
Oh shit!
You play as terrorists.
You literally do play as terrorists.
I'm going to be honest. I don't believe that he actually played these games. I believe that these were just on his hard drives, and someone else played them, like some kid he had around. I don't know.
Maybe.
Like especially things like Cars.
You can tell, like
Ants.
terrorists. They always keep around kids.
People have got kids. I'm assuming he had children.
Yeah, I think he had kids. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have the list of children he has.
I'm just
only
gonna put it
have the
down right
list of
now. I don't
videos
think
and-
Osama played Final Fantasy VII. I don't think he had the stomach for it. He probably
Yeah,
didn't get past the Eris scene.
Are you calling Osama bin Laden a casual?
I'm calling. Oh yeah, no, he's beyond casual.
Oh, dude.
He's a poser.
Yeah, he's a
poser.
he put Final Fantasy VII on there just so people would find it and think that he was some hardcore gamer right
Yeah.
next to Cars.
Probably.
He's like, no,
The
yeah, I got
hottest
Cars in
takes
here, but I
about a
also
dead
got Final
terrorist.
Fantasy VII. Okay, I got cred.
I know my shit. Back off. Shit. Other games. Of Resident Evil. It could be the movie. Again, they don't like.
It could
they
be the
don't-
movie. It could be the game.
Do you
It could
have
be the remake of the
the
game.
dot extension at the end of it.
The extension. May jump in with both feet. Oh God. Okay, guys. I'm going to the CIA.gov.
Nope. Now
Here
you're
we
on the
go.
list.
Section 8, Article 14, no streaming involving the CIA.gov website.
Probably. No, it doesn't. No, I don't see anything.
it doesn't
I don't
say-
see a bigger list. No.
So they just like gave us like a random list of titles of
Well,
media.
this gets into like more details, like Osama bin Laden's personal journal, and more than 18,000 document files, approximately 79,000 audio and image files, more than 10,000 video files.
I would believe that he played Final Fantasy VII if he has the downloaded walkthrough document for the game.
That is, I don't see it on the list.
Well,
so
there you go. Case,
it's a
case
strong
closed.
maybe.
He's a
A
poser.
strong maybe.
Was a poser.
You only need the walkthrough if you're trying to get the black chocobo or something or whatever, or the gold chocobo.
That's true.
Yeah. So he wasn't a completionist, at least.
Yeah, couldn't get that Knights of the Round Table.
it's so funny
I
I'm
think
being
we
so elite
pretty, we
about
pretty
this. I've never
much,
played Final Fantasy VII.
Mind this Osama bin Laden comedy train until it's dead. So
Oh, well, hold on. No, let me get my whip. I'm just going to beat the dead horse just a little bit.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
Spencer
okay,
really
it's dead.
put like he
Oh, yeah,
he
the
ruined
horse
a
is
lot
dead.
of it.
Spencer was shooting with a machine gun. I was just beating it with a baseball bat, and Matt's in the corner screaming, "Oh God, why?
Make
Please
it stop." Yeah.
No, God. Think of the children." So that's it. We're done. Okay.
No, I thought you said you had your one thing.
Yeah, I
No,
thought you
that
had something
was-
else to bring up
sorry,
to beat the
that
dead
was-
horse with.
That was not like an actual
Sarcasm.
thing. It was just
Sarcasm.
Yeah, I ruined it. Shit. All
And
right,
that's
I'm gonna
fine.
go
You know,
find
it was
this.
already ruined. You can't ruin something that's already been ruined, man.
Yeah. So I'm like hella tired. So the show's been a little weird.
It's so weird. Matt has been keeping us down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you played your part.
Don't keep me down. Matt.
Matt?
Oh, Matt. So Fiskcake, why don't you tell people where they can find you?
You can find me on various platforms. I have what platforms? I'm on Twitter at
Thanks,
the Fiskcake.
USA Voyager, for the compliment.
Good show, cute guys. He's trying to one up Evie's mom, I think, from the one stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably just like, well, I
We
can
see
call
your
him
game.
cute too. Yeah. So I'm on Twitter. I usually post some shit sometimes. I mean, you can check that out when I release videos and do streams and whatnot.
My man's been killing it lately with content.
Yeah,
Killing it.
I've been trying. I've been trying to post shit out there at least every weekday. Yeah. Speaking of content, you can catch me on youtube.com. The Fist Cake, the Super Fist Cake. I can't remember. You see a giant fist cake, it's going to be me. I still need to fix that. I keep forgetting about that.
Put it on the list.
On the list. I was going to say. This week, I think you'll see more Doki Doki Literature Club for sure. I will
Dude,
release. Oh,
Your
go ahead.
voices for that, spot on. Like if I close my eyes or if I just cover up you on the screen, I almost believe it's them saying it.
Yeah, it's really good
Like, it's
stuff.
that good.
Like I was.
I'm like, I thought this game wasn't voice acted. Was I wrong?
Boy, howdy! Wow, look at all these young teenage women sounding like a gross old man. It's fantastic.
It's perfect.
I will say, I think my Sayori voice is probably the one that matches perfectly. I think
Yeah.
she's the goofy one that just doesn't like know what the fuck's going on half the time.
Okay. All right. We get it.
All right.
all right.
You'll
Some more
see that.
Doki Doki.
I'm going to record something else. I had to figure out what I want to record. So you'll see those throughout the week, and then the Into the Veil videos will be released on Tuesday and Thursday because the streaming went bad again because I don't know. There's too many inputs and not enough outputs, and then you gotta push the knobs in the right areas, and I don't know. It's weird.
The way we have it set up, it's complicated.
I mean, honestly, I feel like the whole stream experience fit with the game experience.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe it was just cursed by Lucius. Honestly,
Yeah. Oh,
I'll
absolutely.
blame it on that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But speaking of streaming, you can also catch me on twitch.tv/thefizzcake. And then I've been streaming the Fridays recently. I might keep doing it. I streamed for like 2 hours last Friday and nobody showed up. I was like, okay, well, I'll just again sign off and then do whatever.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, my friend texted me. He's like, "Where the fuck are you? I was about to get on the show." Like, well, I don't know, motherfucker. Why don't you tell me when you're going to come on, and then I'll stay on. Fuck. Fuck, dude. So I might do another one this Friday, depending if there's anything going on or not. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
That's it for me. Where can people find you?
All right. Well, you can find all of our YouTube videos on youtube.com/NeanderthalGamingTV. Basically, everything we stream goes on YouTube. And
except for today's Smash 4.
Except for today's Smash 4, because that shit was jank. We tried out a new setting that a viewer had tested out, and it worked really well, the noise suppression in OBS, but it had an unforeseen drawback, which is every time.
Yeah.
So I actually needed to check the Melee stream to be sure that one's good too.
We had that on at the end of Melee.
Okay.
He told us to put it on.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, that one's probably mostly saved then. But yeah, so all of our YouTube content for the time being right now is just stream content in episodic formats. You can catch us on stream at twitch.tv/NeanderthalGamingTV, and we stream, today for the podcast as well as Smash 4. We also stream on Saturdays. We stream
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was just going to give people the times. Like on Saturday and Sunday, we stream in the mornings, Melee and then Smash 4 respectively. And then, of course, in the afternoon for the podcast on Sundays. And then for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday streams, we stream in the evenings around 6 to 7 p.m. And then, of course, you can follow us on Twitter at NeanderthalGTV. You want to head us over to the Content Complete specific information?
Also, what are we playing this week for the Into the Veil? Said we would tell people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Spencer, what's it called?
I don't remember what it's called. You're the one who picked the game out.
All right, Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. That's what we're playing. Apparently, it's okay.
Yeah, it has current mixed reviews, but overall mostly positive reviews. It's an older game that was actually published by Bethesda Softworks back when they were called Bethesda Softworks.
Yeah. I think it's just dated. I think that's the problem.
So it's a Cthulhu like mystery horror game, I guess. So that should be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going on. Into the Veil, that's the stream where the three of us hang out. One of us plays a game. This time it'll be Matt playing the game. Last time when we played Lucius, it was Fizzcake. And that is on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Now, for Content Complete specific information, it's currently shown up on the screen for you here. We have our Twitter account at ConComcast. That's where you can get all the information as far as when we're going live for Into the Veil or what's going on with the podcast. You can also send us any ideas or suggestions to our email account, which is contentcompletecast@gmail.com. The stream is ConComcast on twitch.tv, and it's live at 3 p.m. Pacific time for the podcast, and then for Into the Veil, of course. All episodes are available on YouTube for the podcast, and the audio-only version is available on your favorite podcasting app, and both are released on Wednesdays. Any last words, guys?
No, glass words. I was just checking to make sure we didn't have any hidden questions. But thanks to everybody who's followed. Everybody who's followed recently. So that's cool.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. Thanks for the follows, guys. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and we'll talk at you next time.
Peace.
Bye.